But in September 2001, everybody was afraid. You, me, everyone. We didn't know what would happen next. For the first time in my life, in your life, there were no planes flying around in the skies for several days. How long would that be? How long would that take place?
Michael Jones is business development manager for Brownsville International Airport. He remembers the immediate changes 9/11 triggered.
When the air travel resumed, there were new restrictions we'd never heard of. The passengers didn't know how to react, the airports didn't know how to react, and quite frankly, neither did the TSA or all of the other security agencies that handled it. It was all brand new.
Also new, the Queen Isabella Causeway collapsed just 4 days after 9/11. 8 people were killed. The public feared a terrorist attack.
We were incredibly affected at the airports, at the hotels. For South Padre Island and the Rio Grande Valley, it almost ended tourism. One of the best stories was a World War II veterans group that kept their convention and came to the island on the Dolphin Watch boats. And these World War II veterans were determined to come to the island, come to the valley, and they did.
But the collapse was not a terrorist attack, rather the work of barges that crashed into the causeway. As time passed, valley air travel began again, this time with new rules on what you could carry, the amount of liquids you could pack, and a mandatory removal of shoes when going through security. Perhaps the most alarming change, a color-coded travel warning system.
Condition red, condition orange, condition green. And it kept getting elevated. They've done away with the color system, but they still have the warnings in effect. It has become so much better. The number one difference today is that we all feel safer.
Friday, we found Susan and Edward Munoz at the Brownsville airport. They waited to board a plane headed for Washington, D.C. The reported risk of a terrorist attack on 9/11 in Washington, D.C. and New York City had the couple nervous, yet unwilling to change their plans.
But you can't change what you do, like I said, because if you do, then they will have won.
The couple travels often. They say security can be a nuisance.
In some airports, I think they do cross the line.
But say since 9/11, it's become a necessity.
It's better to live in freedom than to live in, or to die in freedom than to live in fear.
According to Jones, air travel will never return to the way it was before 9/11. Instead, it will continue to change in order to prevent another attack.
Probably 4 to 8 floors. Major flames are coming out of the north side and also the east side of the building. Yes.